When we talk about spirituality for the youth, it's very difficult to eliminate things like desires, relationships, and pleasure seeking completely. How can we practically implement the teachings from the Bhagavad Gita on a daily basis without having to fully renounce these things?
Lord Krishna says you don't have to renounce. Who can really renounce? Who has something? Everything is actually owned by the Lord. So what can we renounce? So what we can do, we have to dovetail everything in spirituality. Like for example, we Hare Krishnas, we also eat nice food.
Yeah.
We also have noodles. We also have pasta. We like it. Oh yes, of course we like it. But we offer it to the Supreme Lord and then have it. You like singing and dancing? Of course. Who doesn't like singing and dancing? But we can sing Hare Krishna and we can dance on the holy name as well. Why not? So singing and dancing, that's also there. We Hare Krishnas, we get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 we start singing and dancing. Who in this world starts singing and dancing at 4:30 a.m.? No one, but we do. Who gets a chance to dance on the roads? You know, Hare Krishnas are famous, whether roads from Russia or roads in America or Canada or India or in even Pakistan, there are devotees chanting and singing on the roads. Yeah. Wow, that's very good. In terms of relationships, we have got such big friend circle. There are so many devotees. They are my friends. They are my brothers, my sisters. Wow. So who has asked you to give up the relationships? We make everything Krishna-centric or God-centric. That's it. We don't have to renounce anything. Just like before independence of India, everything was, in terms of clerical work, everything was same. And there used to be a stamp of the East India Company. Yeah. But after 26th of January 1950, when India became a republic, so then everything was working same. All clerks are same, the clerical work, the official work, the administrative work, everything is same. But now there is Government of India stamp. Everything is same, but the stamp is now different, right? Yeah. Earlier it was East India Company, now it is Government of India. So similarly, we are to just, that activity we don't have to change, but the consciousness behind that activity, that we have to change. More you make it devotional, spiritual, God-centric, so that activity becomes spiritual. Even when you are working, well, why can't you work for the Supreme Lord? Whatever money you get, give something to the Lord. Like for example, you are an actor. Yes. You make a nice short movie, short film, educating people about spiritual sciences. How to deal with difficult people. Exactly. How to have emotional care. Yeah. How to have practical spirituality in day-to-day life. How to sing Hare Krishna. So, and in this way you make nice short movies, and in this way you are using your talent of acting in the service of the Lord. If in case you become an IAS officer, or you become a politician, now you have the power. So you can use this power to have grand festivals for the Lord. Why not? So that's why we don't have to give up desires. We don't have to become desireless. We have to spiritualize our desires. There are, so to say, spiritualists, they say just give up these desires. Give up these desires. But desire is an inherent quality of the soul. And because it's an inherent quality of the soul, that means the soul cannot become desireless. That's like saying having a milk without its whiteness. How can we separate whiteness from the milk? It's the inherent quality of the milk. Similarly, consciousness, feelings, desires, it's the inherent quality of the soul. So the desires becomes absolutely zero? No. Material desires are to be given up, and then spiritual desires are to be cultivated. Also, we have to spiritualize our desires. We have to spiritualize our ambitions. That's it. So that way you would see that bhakti is so very practical. It doesn't ask you to renounce the world. It recommends you to spiritualize your world. It is not the world which binds us. It is a materialistic existence and materialistic attachment which binds us. More we spiritualize it, even this world doesn't bind you. We live in the material world, but not in a worldly way, but in a spiritual way, right? So desires don't have to be renounced. They have to be dovetailed towards the Supreme Lord in love, in devotion. That's it. And that's very practical as well. Everybody can do that. Yes. And that's the way to liberation.